Hey guys, Brian at JcrOffroad. Today I'm going to show you how to install our Crusader and our Vanguard rear bumper on a TJ. Now I want to go over a couple things before I do the installation, just so you're clear. This is actually a revised product. This product actually has a 2 in its part number, and the reason is we've made some changes and some improvements to allow it to install easier. Some of the changes so you can figure out whether you're working with our Generation 1 or if you're working with this Generation 2. The easiest way is that we're actually going to have welded studs on our Generation 1 right here. So you have 2 welded studs that stick out on both sides. This is pretty much the easiest way to tell the difference between the Gen 2 and the Gen 1. On the Gen 2, it's kind of hard to see, but we have threaded holes here, so the bolts come in from this way instead of putting a nut on it after it goes on the bumper. Why do we do this? Well, one, it makes installation easier, but it also helps us fit everything in this package. The spindle, the cube lights, everything into one happy package that fits and fits easy. So when you're doing this install, it's a little tricky to get it up there. It's going to take 2 people to hold the bumper unless you're really creative with a floor jack, because before you used to be able to just hang it on the studs. Well, we don't have that convenience anymore, but that's okay. Now, if you're installing this on a YJ, the installation is the same as it is on a TJ. If you're installing this on a CJ, it will be different. Your bumper will not have these lower tabs. So don't be wondering why you don't have them, because CJs do not use these lower tabs. Also, if you're installing a CJ, this is your bolt pattern. These 2 right here and this one right here. That's the factory CJ bolt pattern. These out here will not be used. So remember, these for the CJ out here, and this YJ and TJ. So anyways, let's get this thing installed. Okay, now depending on what year TJ you have, on a YJ these holes will already be there. But if you're using, I think it's 2001 and newer TJ, you're gonna have to drill a couple of holes. And what I have right here is actually our drilling template. It's available right on our instruction page. And what you're gonna do is print this guy out, cut it out, mark your holes on both sides, drill for the bumper to install. If you don't wanna do this, or if you don't have a printer, the other way to do this is you actually install the bumper up, and then using a Sharpie, you kind of fish it through the light hole, and you can mark the holes, and then you're able to drill them. So I'm gonna cut this out. Okay, now I have the template cut out, and you can see I actually cut these holes out just so I can easily see where these holes are. So you're gonna wanna start with the driver's side, because our template is a little directional, and this will be the easiest way. After you hammer the hole in with a punch, you can flip it over, and then you can easily see where the hole is. Otherwise, you kinda have to look through the paper. So A and B are gonna be the outside holes for YJ or TJ. C and D are CJ, and E is the CJ. So we're actually gonna be marking for F right here, and that's the hole that we wanna punch through and then drill through. So the center punch in the middle of this hole, give it a whack with a hammer, peel the template back, and that's the hole we're gonna drill. And then we're gonna repeat on the other side. First you're gonna drill a pilot, and then you're gonna wanna drill it out to 1/2 inch. I'm gonna use a step bit, but if you have a 1/2 inch drill bit, that's what you're gonna want. Our hardware is 7/16 inch, so the 1/2 inch will give us a little room to wiggle when we're trying to get the bumper on. So let's get started. Actually, wait, before I get started, I probably should put safety glasses on. Otherwise, we'll have all these YouTube comments talking about how I only have 2 eyes, and save the children, and oh my goodness, and what kind of role model are you, and everybody looks up to you, and you should wear safety glasses because you're an idiot. So anyways, they're on. And done. Okay, the bolt pack's pretty simple. You have these 2 long 7/16 bolts. These are the ones that actually went in the holes that we drilled previously. You have these shorter ones right here, and the washers for those. You have 2 metric bolts. You can tell they're metric. They say 8.8 on the back, and a couple of washers go with those. These nuts go with them, and those go there. Let's get the bumper installed. Okay, so right now I'm gonna install this bumper, and this is where it gets tricky. If you're at home, you're gonna use a floor jack, you're gonna use whatever you can to get it up there. Or, if you're like me, you got yourself a camera guy, I'm gonna use the camera guy. Okay, so we got the bumper up kind of in place. As you see, we're gonna start getting all the hardware in. One of the tricks is with the body mount on the back side of that bumper, you're gonna need to use a shallow 5/8 socket to get in there. You can also use an open end wrench, but I find a socket's easier and faster. Okay, let's have a talk. So we have the outside bolts in, now we gotta get the inside bolts in. Oh, easy, it's been so easy, let's just put bolts in. No, well, no. It's not gonna be that easy. On a TJ, some YJs, you actually can't get up behind this cross member to get this bolt in very easily. See, I said very easily. There are ways you can do it. You can try taping a nut and a wrench. We've done things where we've actually welded a piece of welding wire on it and fished it up with the welding wire. Or if you really just want to get down to it, the only way to do it is to loosen the bottom bolts of this gas tank and actually drop the gas tank down enough to get your hand up there. Now on this side, on the passenger side, it's pretty easy. Take the bolt, stick it through, reach around here, and do that. Now, you'll notice that I have cube lights installed. So you're probably saying, well, I have cube lights installed, Brian. How am I gonna reach through there? That's where you actually just have to come across the bottom like this. No big deal. Just come across the bottom, find your hole, and you're in. And then, I'm right-handed, I'm gonna flip around like this. And I'm good. But now I gotta get the other side. So which way do you guys wanna take? Let's do one of those like, one of those things where it pops up on the screen and it says you want to take path A, path B, path C.
Like Dora the Explorer.
Like Dora the Explorer. Okay, the path of least resistance is actually going to be the path of most resistance. I know that's kind of strange to say that, but this will save you the most aggravation because it doesn't take a whole lot, especially if your Jeep's in pretty good shape. You just take out this one, this one, this one, this one, and the gas tank's going to pivot down. Get your hand in there, tighten that bolt up, put it all back together. Okay, the gas tank is down, and you can see it's still supported on the front end of the Jeep. So now we're gonna grab our bolt and our nut, and there's two ways you can do this. We can go with the bolt in, put the nut on the back of the cross member, or we can bring the bolt out, nut on the cross member this way, whichever way is easier for you. I have some pretty large hands, so it's probably easier for me to stick the bolt out and put the nut on the outside. Ta-da! Okay, we have the bolt in the bumper now, and we're going to use this jack to kind of push the gas tank skid back up. Sometimes they'll shift a little bit when you're tugging and pulling to get your hand in there, and you just gotta get these studs lined back up. So, kind of put a little pressure on it. So, and once all your studs are up, grab the nuts, put them back on. Okay, so now we have the bumper on. This is a good time to put your cube lights in. Now here's the cool part. On version 2, you don't have to have the bumper off the Jeep to put the cube lights in, or service them, or adjust them, whatever it may be. Before, you would have to actually remove the bumper, fish the light out. Well, now we can do it just like this. Kudos, Anthony. Okay, this is where we're going to use the metric bolts that I showed you guys earlier, 8.8. They actually go right here in the bottom of the screen, like so. And they're on both sides. And this is what will make your bumper and tire carrier strong. Okay guys, so that's how you install a Crusader rear or Vanguard rear on a TJ. Now remember, it is the same installation for a YJ. The CJ is slightly different. It does not have the lower tabs like we talked about earlier. So just remember, it does not have those lower tabs. Otherwise, pretty much the same installation. Next up, we're gonna install tire carriers. So if you have a tire carrier and you wanna see how that goes on, make sure you check out those videos. Anyways, if you have any questions, concerns, or anything, feel free to reach out to us at info@JcrOffroad.com. Thank you for watching and thank you for the support.